Temerity workshop. We welcome you all to this Mindful Medical Workshop, Temerity, an intensive and comprehensive medical research methodology workshop designed for healthcare professionals, researchers, and students seeking to enhance their skills in conducting rigorous, impactful medical research. Welcome you all.
Good evening, Speaker Ma'am, Dr. Brinda Ma'am. We feel immense pleasure and glad in welcoming our guest speaker of today's section, Dr. M.P. Brinda Ma'am, Professor of Pathology in Mahatma Medical College. She completed her UG in IIT Perundurai and did her PG in Kottayam Medical College. She has also done PhD in Pathology in Savitha Institute of Medical Technology and Science. She has been driving force in advancing field of research methodology. And I would like to now invite Dr. M.P. Brinda Ma'am to take the virtual stage and lead us through a research methodology. Dr. Brinda Ma'am, the stage is all yours, ma'am. Please present your ma'am.
Thank you, Shibi. Thank you for your invite. And this is about the research methodology workshop. Can you all see me my screen? Okay. Shibi, please reply if you can. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Dear
Okay.
participants, please respond to a speaker.
Okay. Actually, this is a kind of research methodology workshop. I wanted you to interact within my chat box. Okay. So here I have created two link in the Google Meet. One is for chatting and one is for my sharing the screen. So please reply in the chat box if you are when I'm asking any question or to do some work related to research methodology. So it will be like an interactive class, okay, interactive workshop. So you will be enjoying out in this 1 hour how to do a research, how to search, and how what is research methodology, everything. Okay, so this is my topic given as research methodology, and related to that, I will be talking about the need for research methodology in medical field. As you are young buds, to know what is research and how it is important for your career, everything. And I will be talking about how to start with the research work in your busy schedule. Even if you are a UG student or PG student, you can be having such a long time, and it is time constraint, you can think, but it will be very interesting to start with research methodology in your UG career itself. Okay, so I'll be start with the programmatic research methodology, how to start writing a research question using PICO, that is a problem, intervention, and comparison and outcome, that I will teach you. And then I will teach you what are the search engines you can search for a research methodology of your interest, and I can teach you how to use bibliography. Okay, how to use bibliography, that is nothing but references. After you search, you have to put references, isn't it? So these are all the my workshop criterias, and you will learn all these things perfectly, I think. Okay. So what is the need for a research first? So why you need the research? It is nowadays evidence-based medicine. That is evidence-based medicine, EBM. It is needed. So if you want to treat a patient, if a patient is coming with rheumatoid arthritis, so what you will do? You will treat with some antibodies. First start with that, and then you will treat with some other drugs, steroids or some other drugs you will use. But which is the most common one, which will be, because now what happened, in past clinical workup of this rheumatoid arthritis, the COX2 inhibitor, one of the COX2 inhibitor, that is rofecoxib, is excluded, that is removed from the treatment of this rheumatoid arthritis. So this is what happened. The COX2 inhibitor is causing some other outcome, that is liver failure or some other joint failure, heart failure. It is progressing to, our its side effects are more, so we have to remove this drug from this drug regimen. Like that, there is a query raised. Okay, so these are all. This is one of the criteria why I took this rheumatoid arthritis. This is already proven that COX2 inhibitor, one of the COX2 inhibitor, will not be used in the rheumatoid arthritis case. So this is what is now research thrust area. So whether we can give NSAIDs or we can use steroids or we can use other anti-inflammatory drugs, which is more powerful and more clinically important drug. Okay, so this is one dilemma we used to have. If you are sitting in a clinic, a patient is coming with rheumatoid arthritis and you want to write a drug, and you can notice that your seniors are writing some tramadol or gabapentin or some other drugs they are writing with drugs or they have been writing. But what you will do, whether if that person is around more than 60 years or 70 years, what he will use, start with the overall. What is overall? Diclofenac. So this overall drug only they will use for first initial start with. But nowadays, what is happening, even if you know that the newer drugs are coming up for rheumatoid arthritis, you can just avoid this overrun for the painkillers like regular painkillers and SAD, and you can start with other drugs like tramadol. Okay, tramadol and some other neuropathic issues, you can write gabapentin. Okay, so like this, the treatment are going on updated, and this is to update your knowledge. And this evidence-based medicine, you have to follow in your life every day, every moment. You have to follow this evidence-based medicine. If you are giving tramadol for a patient and coming with some side effects and that thing, you can just search that in the literature whether tramadol is used commonly or not in search engines, that is whether they have research that there are some research or not. So you can use that evidence as we can show that patient that this is the evidence I am using it. So many of the doctors are using the same drug, but you are only getting the side effects. So this is what happened. So many of the patient tramadol is okay, and you are getting side effects means you are personally you are getting some other side effects. So it is not problem with us, it is problem with the patient. So you can sometimes you can escape with that customer, that the service and all whatever it is happening in the law based medical ethics based like that. Okay, understood. So this is what is needed nowadays, evidence based medicine. Okay, you have to search, you have to research, do some research, or you have to search in the proper search engine. Okay, it is called the search engines. Okay, where more number of research papers are flowing innumerously like that search engines you have to use it. Okay, understood. So this is what is needed. If your book is saying this drug is okay, this drug is not okay, so you can't show the patient that this book is given that this book is given that drugs. So that's why I'm giving. That is also evidence. But current research, your book is has been written up around 2010 or 2011. Now it is 2023. So around 12 years crossed. So you have to be updated your knowledge in treating the patient. And also if you are in research interest like animal study, new drug to be developed and all, so you can use this research ideas to develop a new drug. Targeted drugs are nowadays available in oncology and other rheumatoid arthritis also, and other lymphomas, cancers, all those things. Targeted therapy is it is invariably used. So without research, nothing new thing happen. Okay, so new ideas, new research, new targets, new treatments, all those things are happening in the world because of the research and because of the updation. And each and every some author is writing some research about tramadol and rheumatoid arthritis. Why can't we? So we Indians and we undergraduate students can research in medicine. Okay, so that is the need for rheumatoid arthritis, that is need for research methodology. So now we are moving on to this, how to start with. How many of you did any research in your UG time? Anybody, please type in the chat box. Aditya Pandian, Reshmi, so many people are there and coming up, and these people like Ananya Sharma. Okay, I will ask, why can't others introduce yourself into the research? What is the inhibition? What is the inhibition in research? There is time constraint, isn't it? You can't wait for time and do the research work, and you have so many books and extensive vast subject to do with your UG career and our regular uh, basis itself. You want every month you have internal assessment, every month you have some assessment class test, and you have to study for the practicals, you have to undergo some skill training. So many are there, and if you can, if there is a will, there is a way. That is the only taraka mantram I wanted to you to follow, and that is time. You have to plan if you are interested in research. Okay, that is time, because I am a pathologist. I had some time to do some researches, and I have been compelled initially to do some research, but now I am very much interested in do some research works in clinical side and clinical hematology side. So this is what happened. Okay, so we have to have some time for update ourselves, because without updation you can't be a good doctor. Okay, so if you want to be a good doctor, you have to update your knowledge, and that too some research search engines are there, and if you want to do explore a new drug in your patients or something, you have to do some research. Okay, if you are reading some 3 4 articles, tramadol is used like that. If you are reading, if your patient is having some side effects, you have to search, you have to do some research, why my patient is having some side effects, instead of all are doing good, why my patient is suffering from some side effects. So that is the criteria you want. If you are triggered by that, at that point of time, why my patient is getting side effects, that is what is needed to start with the research methodology. So if you have some time to plan, to research, that is there for research methodology. Okay, and you just plan for around 1 hour, 1.5 hours a day to search. Okay, so that is what is needed. And you have some questions, you have to think why. Okay, so why my patient had these side effects, then how my treatment went wrong, because we are treating with some protocols, isn't it? First start with, anyway, for fever what you start with, first paracetamol, then you start with azithromycin, then you start with some other drug. Okay, some other antibiotics. One doctor can start with azithromycin, other doctor can start with amoxicillin or penicillin group of drugs actually, and another doctor will start with cefixime or cephalosporin group of drug. Why? And how these are how the patients are responded for this. So these are all the questions you have to ask for yourself, and to find out the solution, that is called the research. Okay, so if you are interested in the patient treatment, patient health, and all those things, because many of the people are asking for treatment, like, madam, you can give an injection, I will be all right, isn't it? So why the injections? IM injections, many of the PHEs, they are giving injections for fever. Okay, but many of the doctors, genuinely, for new doctors, upcoming doctors, and as you, if you grown up also, definitely you will avoid the injections for simple fevers and all. But what will happen, the patient will go to next doctor if you are not giving any injection. Okay, nearby doctor who is giving injections and all. So these are all the questions you have to ask yourself to find out a research area, why of for your interest. Of your interest, you have to have a
Ma'am,
yes,
ma'am, Brinda, ma'am, your voice is slightly breaking, ma'am.
voice is breaking. Okay, so you have. Is it clear now?
Now, okay, ma'am.
Okay. You have to ask yourself these questions: why, how, what is happening, why my patient is having side effects, why my patient got treated with with the paracetamol itself, all fever having gone out. Like that, you have to ask some questions to do some research. Okay, this is out of interest, I am telling you. This will help you in future, and if you go, if you want to go abroad and all, this research, that CV, that your curriculum take, will be having this research work, and that will be considered first, other than your MD, DNB, whatever you have studied. If you do research, that is having a highlighting feature in your CV, and the people are going through your resume, they will notify that, and they will select you first for the position. So that is what the research work will do. Okay, so coming to the next point, after you get some time, after you have some questions, so you have to start with the research question. Find out one research area, and you have to start with the research question. So how to form a research question? So research question, is my voice audible, Shibi?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am, audible, ma'am.
Okay, to so to form a research question, what is needed? PICO. So PICO is a mnemonic actually. So T for population. So which population you are taking out, and what intervention you are going to give, that is intervention. I, and C, to which it is you are going to compare, so that is comparison, and what outcome you are expecting. Okay, so this is P, population or problem sometimes. So if you are taking a female of reproductive age group, that is population. Or if you are taking menorrhagia, rheumatoid arthritis, that is problem. So condition and also population, you can take it as a P. And intervention, comparison, and outcome. This is PICO. Okay. So now I will give you a question. Okay. It's female post-menopause age group. You wanted to research with the females of post-menopausal age group. Okay. And you wanted to check rheumatoid arthritis. Anyway, we are started with rheumatoid arthritis, isn't it? So rheumatoid arthritis. Okay. Females, rheumatoid arthritis. Now, tramadol is the intervention. Sorry. Tramadol is the intervention. Tramadol that is people using tramadol, and comparison, people not tramadol users. Okay, and then our outcome will be tramadol users benefited much. Okay, so this is what is needed. So out of this, you can get some points, isn't it? So now please frame a research question with this. First it should be P, then I, then C, then O. Okay, I will give just 1 minute time. Okay, please reply me in the chat box with the research question. Anybody started typing? Please raise your hands. Research questions. What is P, what is I, what is C, and what is O? I just posted here, actually written. If you follow me, you can very well write and send. Okay. P is postmenopausal women, very good. Problem, rheumatoid arthritis in postmenopausal women, very good. Again, to assess the effect of tramadol therapy for X month for rheumatoid arthritis in postmenopausal women, very very good. Ananya Sharma. And P again, postmenopausal women. RA in postmenopausal age, very good. I is tramadol, okay, using tramadol and non-using tramadol. I is using tramadol and non-users are the comparison. Tramadol non-users are the comparison. So I tramadol accepted. Mackenzie. Then Soumitra, I using tramadol. Okay, okay, madam replied. Comparison tramadol and non-users. C is with tramadol non-users. Very good, Mackenzie. Again, O as outcome, that is improvement of RA. Very good, very, very good. Compare between non-users and tramadol users is C. Okay. Okay. So now outcome is tramadol is beneficial. Very good. So many of you have understood that it is PICO, problem, intervention, comparison and outcome. So intervention and comparison are the two things which will be opposite to one another, non-users and users. One, if you take users in intervention, the comparison should be non-users. Okay, so like that we can start with the research question writing. So how we can write the research question? What we can do? So as who has written that? One good, okay, Ananya Sharma. So actually what she has written is to assess the effect of tramadol therapy for X months for rheumatoid arthritis in postmenopausal women. So we will take it as an aim. So what we can do is we will write this in order: problem, intervention and outcome. Okay. Okay. So now we are all these four things should be in your title of the research. So how you make a title of a research title or research question it is called. Okay, it is called research question or title you want to prepare, isn't it? It is very very easy now if you know these problem, intervention, comparison, and outcome. So what is this? A comparative study. So what we are going to do, sorry, what we are doing now, we are doing a comparative study. Okay, what we are doing to assess the or to know the effectiveness of tramadol in post or not post actually in rheumatoid arthritis among post menopausal women. Okay, understood? So we are doing a comparative study. So otherwise we will write this comparative study later also. What will start with? Analysis of, sorry, the effectiveness of tramadol in rheumatoid arthritis among postmenopausal women. Okay, a comparative study, we can write it. Okay, understood? So this is how we will frame a research question or research title. Okay, so we are doing an effectiveness of tramadol with users and non-users in rheumatoid arthritis patient in postmenopausal women. Okay, understood? And how to write, then after this title, what we can do, sorry, so what we can do, we can able to put our objectives now. So what we are going to do, first thing, users we are taking, isn't it? So tramadol, patient with rheumatoid arthritis only we are taking, remember that. Tramadol users, rheumatoid arthritis, postmenopausal women, we are taking as a group 1. Okay, and tramadol non-users, people who are not using tramadol for rheumatoid arthritis, again postmenopausal women, group 2. So now we are going to compare these groups, isn't it? So first what we have to take to know, to compare, otherwise to compare the tramadol users and non-users, group 1 and group 2. Then to get the feedback, you can ask the patient's feedback, isn't it? Tramadol users and non-users, you can also ask the feedback of the comforts, whether they are comfortable with the tramadol or whether they are comfortable without tramadol. Like that we can ask a feedback, we can give some questionnaire also. Okay, so what we can do, so people are coming, the patients are coming to us, we can select the postmenopausal women with rheumatoid arthritis first. Then one set of patient, that is you can select with the systematic sampling method is the one sampling method we can use for this clinical research. So one group of patients we can use tramadol along with other drugs like NSAIDs, that the standard regimen. Other group we are not giving tramadol, only the standard regimen like other NSAIDs are given. Okay, so like that we can segregate the patients and we can give the treatment. After a few months, like 1 or 2 months, we can ask the patients to come and we can check the all the parameters of rheumatoid arthritis like RA factor, anti-CCP, that is ESR, all those things we can check. And then we can check the other comfort feedback also, whether they are treated with comfortable with tramadol also. This is the research protocol we have to follow when we will start writing with the research methodology. Okay, understood until now? Please raise your hands how we are going into the research. Okay, very good. So now I'm, one second. Okay, now I am moving on to the research engines. Okay, search engines. So you have selected a topic on tramadol in rheumatoid arthritis patient, that is postmenopausal women in age group. Postmenopausal age group women is the population you have taken. So how to search? Because many of the researchers, many worldwide, many researchers and many people have the same question like you, whether tramadol is used or not, isn't it? Understood? So how many researchers to know already there is a research or not? Because you have to find out something new, isn't it? Whether it is beneficial or not. Already this question has been asked in the research site or not. Already how many researchers are there and what are their site of interest? What interested area in rheumatoid arthritis that they have taken? Okay, and what are all the perfect search engines? Perfect search engines we have to learn, we have to go through. Worldwide we have to search for a research papers on this tramadol. Okay, this is what we have taken from starting, isn't it? So rheumatoid arthritis, postmenopausal age, tramadol, non-users, users. So now we are going to search the search engines. So what is the major search engine we use is Google Scholar. What is that? Google Scholar. That is common and you can also know about this. How many of you know Google Scholar? Okay. 3, 4, 5. So people are there with the Google Scholar knowledge. Okay. And one more search engine what we used to have is PubMed. How many of you know PubMed? Okay, 5, 8, 9 more have raised. Super. PubMed search engine is there. So now I'm going to show this how it will work. Okay. One second. So now start with Google Scholar. Type Google Scholar in your research, in your mobile Google also, Google Scholar. So this is how a Google Scholar will come. So you can just click Google Scholar. So this is a search site. This has many, I have already searched how it will be coming and all. So tramadol hydrochloride, you can search. So this is what we have. Okay, this is what we have. Understood? So what is there? So here we have any time, whatever it is. Okay, any time. And if we want to know whether the researchers from 2023 only, since 2023 you can search only 2023. Okay, one second, I will take a screenshot and show you. Okay, so now you can see my screen, I think, isn't it? Okay, so here your search title, whatever keywords you want to add, you can add. And this is any time, that is whatever from previous 2000, 1991, 81, whatever research is done on tramadol will come in this site. And if you want to know since only from 2022, you can click here. Okay, so if you click here, it will come. Now I have clicked one since 2023, recent one. So these are all the topics I have. It will come like this, all these research with PDF. And you can very well notice that there are some characteristic features you can see. So this is from 2023 Elsevier publication, and these are all the authors, and this is the journal title you can see, and this is the journal not this is the journal title, and this is your research title. This is the research title, and here you can see something cite. Okay, so this is the recent one. So this one has two citation now itself. Within 1 year, this has two citation. Okay. So likewise, you can see this is cited by one person. Okay. Understood? So this is how you can check the Google search. So what you want again? So you want it with rheumatoid arthritis, isn't it? So you can type in rheumatoid arthritis. Okay, and in postmenopausal age group, all these things you can write. Postmenopausal age. Okay, so if you want it go. So this is what is needed. So therapy in bone disorder and role of, excuse me, management of osteoarthritis, rheumatoid arthritis. So 2023 nothing has been there, I think. So I will click anytime. Okay. So rheumatoid arthritis with lupus in women. So this is how you will get the research. Whatever the research papers are going on. Sorry, what is happening? Okay, this is what the research has been done. Okay, by reading it, you can able to understand what is it and all. Then, if one more thing I wanted to tell you. So here, where is it? Yes, here you can see this, any type or only review article you want. So what is the difference between review and research? Can anyone please post in the chat? Review and research, any difference? I'll give only 10 seconds. Who is the first I will see? All of you can hear me, no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Please put it in the chat box. What is the difference between the review and research, original research? Anybody is typing? So meanwhile, we will talk about other topic also. So this is how you can search in a Google Scholar. Okay. So now we will move on to the PubMed. How we will search? Just type PubMed. So you can see here PubMed will come. So this is the PubMed Wikipedia, I think. 1 second. So PubMed Central Index you can see, and here your home PMC, that is PubMed. This is what you can see, National Library of Medicine, PubMed Central. So here also you can type the same thing. So tramadol in rheumatoid arthritis. The same thing will come, but it is PubMed search. Okay. So here you can see search in PMC. Just click on it. Okay, here your research papers, and you can see arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, tramadol efficacy and safety. You can see here, no, efficacy, safety, dietary polyphenols in rheumatoid arthritis. It is a systematic review and meta-analysis. Okay, and here we can get so many we can get and associated with other. So again, you can see the publication date on the right side, isn't it? I will show you what is it. So you can see the publication date, 1 year, 5 year, 10 years, whichever year you want to search, you can able to select the year, that year's research papers on your criteria. Okay, so this is about the two search engines. Okay, so you can use these two search engines and you can use the bibliography. Okay, so after searching this, what will happen? You have to cite or quote these article in your research paper, isn't it? So for that, we need bibliography. What is this bibliography? Nothing but references. So how will you search for references? So if I want to take this full article, one second. Okay. So now I am selecting the first one. So here you can see the title and this information, and here is your abstract, and after this introduction, all those things are there. So finally, in the last page of your research, you have to write the references. Okay, so this is your way to write references. Okay, how will you write? According to the journal instruction, we will follow to write the references. First, the author name with followed by E all. E all means more than this also there. Okay, so that is E all. It should be pronounced as E all, not et al. E all. And after that, it is followed by the title. Okay, first authors, then title of their research work and which journal it got published and which year it got published and in which volume it is published, and this is what is called issue, and this is page number. From this page to this page number, the research work is, that article is there. So I told already, so PubMed and Google Scholar as the most commonest search engines you can use for your research work. Okay, so after this, you can see how it has been written nicely, isn't it? So there are many ways search article reference writing. Okay. So when you go to Google, you can see the citation, isn't it? So here the site is there, no? So I click this site. So what it is doing? It is showing some method of writing references. This is called bibliographic references. So how many of you see, how many types of reference writing are there in this screen? Can anyone chat? How many types are there? How many ways you can write the references in the screen? Yes, five. Super, super. So what are the way? MLA, APA, Chicago, Harvard, Vancouver. So many reference criteria are there. And can anyone make out the difference? So what is the difference in this? So here in MLA system, you can see only one author has been entered, followed by EOL and followed by the title and the journal, volume, year, then page number. Okay, so here the many changes are there in this author name. This author, the whole author name, whatever, whoever has written this article, all those are there in APA style of reference writing. Okay, and followed by year. After the author, you can see the year, isn't it? So this is the way, different way of writing bibliography. In Chicago, right model of writing, again all authors are there, followed by the title and followed by the year and page number. Okay, so this is what we saw in this. Okay, so in Vancouver style also, and most commonly followed reference writing or bibliographic writing are our Harvard and Vancouver style. Okay, Vancouver and Harvard. In that, many scripts are there, like author name won't come in the text, author name won't come. Okay, so I will show you how it will differ from one another. Okay, so you can see these types are commonly used from Google Scholar. Okay, understood? So now I am closing the screen and I will work on the other screen. Okay, one second. Okay, can you see my screen now? So here in what's in Microsoft Word, we have the paper pile option. Okay, here you can see paper pile option. Can you make out the paper pile option? Sorry. Okay. So if you click on this is how an abstract and introduction will be. So what is here? You can see the numbers, isn't it? You can see this numbers, isn't it? After the line one sentence, we can add the references. So how to add? Just click on this and go to paper pile. That is the usual way of writing of my style. You can add here, you can see the bibliography and add citations and all. So here you can add this. Okay, it will pop up with your type to search your library. Okay, so I will type as tramadol as usual. So tramadol, here no references are found. Click the tab. So here you can find many articles and you can add your research that articles in your library, then it will come on your library and you can add in this and you can go through sites and insert citation where we searched, we have entered here, isn't it? See, it has come as number 1. And where is the article now? So if you update it as number 1, so it will change, update, and it will form as a last portion of our article. Okay, here our numbers are. Okay, so automatically it will come. So this is the way of writing our bibliography, and you can see all these articles are followed by, this is the author and this is the title, and this is the journal name and year, and then volume, issue, then the page number. Okay, so this is how we can enter the bibliography. Okay, so try to copy and paste the bibliography from there, what we searched, that Google Scholar, and try to copy from there to here and add the number. And any journals, if you go through, it will ask for the bibliographic references in this style, like Vancouver style or Harvard style and all. So settings, here you can see the search citation style. So if you want to change this is American Psychological Association, what we saw as APA, and Chicago manual style, and these are the, and we want Harvard also, isn't it? So there will be Harvard style of, so like that. APA, if you want, it will change into APA. Okay, so you can see all these, sorry, APA model will be there. So you can see here, this is how the APA model will look like. The author, one author with year it will come. So according to the journal instruction, we are going to change the citation and the references. This is called a paper file. You can download in your system, and you can use it in the Microsoft Word, and also we can connect and sync with the Google account, like any Gmail account, with Google Docs. If anybody is interested in Google Doc, you can add in Google Doc add extension method also. So this is what is needed in the research. So I have completed my workshop, I think. Anybody, if you want to search or if you want to go use the paper file, if any difficulty, please contact me through Shibi. And thank you so much for your patient listening. I think it will be useful for you to make a title. Can you all hear me, no? I think it will be interesting, and if you want to move on to research side, many are there. People are not knowing our medical system and medical terminologies, are doing such researches in medical side. Why can't we? Okay, so this will kindle your research mood. I think many of you will become a good researcher and update your knowledge. Okay, so thank you, Shibi, for wonderful opportunity given to me in this wide platform. I like to thank the organizers as well, and I like to thank all my students patiently listening my talk and workshop. This is the basic actually I have taught you. What is about research and methodology, what are the search engines you have to go through, all those things. And there are many trust areas are there in research. Please have some time to update your knowledge, and please have some reading habit, because without reading nothing will happen, isn't it? Okay, thank you all.
Thank
Thank you, ma'am.
And thank you, ma'am, for your informative presentation and for showing your knowledge light on everyone else. Dear student, I want to take a moment to express our heartfelt gratitude to all the students and hereby. Your active engagement and enthusiastic participation have today made this event special. We expect the same enthusiastic participation from you all for all our upcoming event. As well as until next time, it's myself, MS Shibi, and signing off. Thank you.